Hey wavies and curlies, this is Stacy from the Frizz Girls, and as you can see, I have day 3 hair. I washed my hair on Saturday, didn't do anything to it, and today I did a refresh. So I want to tell you about the different types of refresh you can do on your wavy curly hair, depending on the day, depending on the weather, and depending on if you're leaving the house or not. So there's a couple different ways to refresh. The first type of refresh means no refresh, meaning the next morning when you get up out of bed and you take your hair out of your pineapple, your bonnet, or a silk scarf, or a buff that you use for your hair, you take it down and you don't do anything with your hair. You might use your pick to fluff up your roots, or maybe add a little bit of oil to your hair just to kind of tame the frizzies. That's pretty much a no refresh. You didn't do anything to your hair. Now, you can do a water refresh. Now, a water refresh is exactly what it implies. Water. You can use as much or as little water as you want on your hair. You can fully saturate your hair and get it fully wet, or you can spray your head and get it wet, just damp enough so that way some of the curls and waves can be rehydrated and start to spring up again. Now, you can also do a water and product refresh. Now, there's different types of product refreshes. You can refresh with a gel, a mousse, a sea spray, or you can do a gel and a mousse, or just a sea spray, or just a sea spray, or just a gel. It depends on your wavy or curly hair. It also depends what you washed your hair with on your last wash day. For example, I did a refresh on my hair today. I did water, but I didn't saturate it. I used Eco Slay Jello-Shot Gel, and I went ahead and used some Marc Anthony mousse to give my hair some more volume. Now, those are things that I used on my last wash day. So I recommend whatever you use on your wash day, you can use on your refresh day, because the product's already in your hair and you're not combining off-brand products to get crazy results. There are also refresher sprays that you can purchase. So there's like the Eco Slay Sangria refresher spray. I know there's like the Witch refresher spray that you can use. You can even refresh and spray your hair with water and some leave-in conditioner. So if you have very thin hair and it's very light, okay, like baby thin hair, you might be able to just get away with water and some leave-in conditioner in your spray bottle. Now, when it comes to dry, you got options, okay? You can either air dry your hair and let it go as it is, or you can go back to your normal diffusing method. It is entirely up to you, okay? Everything is dependent on you, okay? You have to look in the mirror at yourself and your hair, and you have to ask yourself, do I love my hair today? Yes or no? If you love your hair, then go on about your day. If you don't love your hair, then you need to decide, do I A, want to refresh with nothing? Do I B, want to refresh with leave-in and water? 3, do I want to refresh with a refresher spray? Or 4, do I want to refresh with water and the products from my last lineup on my wash day? It is entirely up to you, okay? When you add your refresh, if you add water and any other products, you can either A, diffuse, or B, air dry. The choice is up to you, okay? It is going to depend on you, what you want your hair to look like, and more importantly, the weather, and even so, are you leaving the house? Those are going to be your determining factors whether you need to do a refresh or what kind of refresh. Nobody needs to tell you what to do. You have to decide for yourself what works on your hair. So in this instance, I did water, Eco Slay Jello-Shot, Marc Anthony mousse. Then I went ahead and diffused, and then when I was done, I did a little bit of moonshine from Eco Slay on my hands just to kind of take out any additional cast that my hair had, and I flicked with my roots with a pick and called it a day. So wavies and curlies, I hope that answers your question for refreshing. I know sometimes it can feel a little confusing. Please don't make wavy curly hair any more complicated than it already is. Everything is very easy peasy. Remember, the choice is always up to you. Have a great day, wavies and curlies. Bye.